Well, hello again. We are now ready for the shadow and painting part of our paintbrush still life. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside, and before I do anything else I'm going to take an eraser and I'm going to erase any pencil line that is showing through my permanent marker. So that'll be especially important on the paint bristles that you did. Okay, it just neatens up your work and the end result looks a lot nicer. You can see that I got some pencil here. Alright, so I've erased. I'm going to brush that aside. And that looks pretty good. Alright, so the next step is we're going to add shadow. So you're going to get a gray art stick or a gray crayon, whatever I have enough of, and on one side you're going to create a shadow. So I'm going to do that over here, and I want to make it, it's probably about like a 1/4 inch away. I want to make sure that I don't get anything on the paintbrush itself. And notice at the end I don't go right to the point. I go just short of it. Now I'll do this one. Same thing. And adding a shadow like this helps to make it look a little bit more dimensional, a little bit more realistic. And then the last one. So I'm pressing down kind of firm with it. I don't want a really light gray line. I want it to be dark enough. All right. There we have it. Now we have the shadow. Now we're in the home stretch. Now we're going to use our watercolor to make that last step. So let me bring back my finished one. And you can see that I've added paint at the top and then I've splattered it. So let me show you how that's done. Of course you're going to get water and a brush, and the first thing you're going to do is decide your colors. And whatever colors you decide, those are the ones you're going to activate first. So I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to just drop some water in red because I like the way the red shows up. And I will do blue. And maybe this time I'll do green. The other one I did purple. So those are my 3 colors. So I'm going to start with the red, and I want to have a lot of water on my brush. I'm going to go right into the red, and right at the top of this brush I'm going to decide, okay, this is where the paint was. And notice, hopefully you can kind of tell that it looks almost like a little puddle of red paint. Okay? Oops, it's not all the way in the camera, but you get the idea. Alright, next brush, I think I'll have that green. And the same thing, but I'll put a little bit on the brush itself, and then I'm going to make a little puddle of green here. And notice I'm staying away from, really down low on the bristles, and I'm certainly not getting any on the brush itself. And then I'm going to go to my last color, blue. Same thing, a little bit here, and then like that. All right, pretty good. Last step. I've cleaned my brush off. I'm going to go back to red, and I'm just going to hold my finger out and go tap, tap, tap. All right, clean my brush, go to green, tap, 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 and then the last one, blue, tap, tap, tap. And you decide how much or how little. Now I did a lot more in this one than I did in my original one. So you've got to decide what look you like best. Now when this is done, of course, we're going to let this dry and our work will be finished. I can't wait to see yours.